Hello children, welcome to online mathematics class. In our first chapter, we have learned 4-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers and the place values of 4-digit numbers, expanded form and standard form of the numbers. So after numbers, what do we learn in maths? We learn the 4 basic mathematical operations that are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So other operations we will be learning one by one in our higher classes and next chapters. As of now, we are here with the first mathematical operation, that is addition. So today in our class we are going to learn how we perform addition in different ways. How we perform addition for 2-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers and 4-digit numbers. So to do that, let's take an example. Doing addition, before doing the addition, I just wanted to tell you a few basic points regarding addition. The numbers which we add, which we take for additions are called as addends. We call them as addends. And the result we get after adding the two numbers is called as sum. And you all know addition is denoted with plus symbol. So this symbol denotes addition. The different ways of adding numbers, let's see with an example. So method 1. Method 1. So what is method 1? There are two numbers, 25 plus 37. So 25 plus 37. This is a 2-digit addition. You already know how to perform addition. That also we have learned in our lower classes. So 25 plus 37. The first method of doing addition is breaking one number. The first method is breaking one number. Which number? The second number. So 25 plus, we can write 37 as 30 plus 7. Yes or no? 37 can be written as 3 tens, that is 30, and 7 ones, that is 7. So 37 can be written as 30 plus 7. Now it is now easier for us to add these two numbers, that is 25 plus 30 is 55 and 55 plus 7. So 55 plus 7 is 62. 62. So this is one method of doing addition, that is breaking one number, that is splitting of one number. Here why did we take 37? Adding 37 is a bigger number, and 7, while doing addition we may be a little bit confused to add 7. If it is in 5s and zeros and round figures, it is very easy for us to add, and moreover 37 is bigger than 25. So we have split 37 into 30 and 7. So this is the first method of doing addition, that is breaking one number. Now what is the second method of doing the addition? The second method of doing addition is breaking two numbers. Breaking two numbers. The same example is given again. So now we have 25 plus 37. Here we can split both the numbers. The method 2 is splitting of two numbers, that is 20 plus 5 and 30 plus 7. Here we first add tens. We first add tens. 20 plus 30 is 50 and 5 plus 7 is 12. So together it is 62 again. So all of you know addition, if we add in any manner, the result we get is same. Even if we add first 5 plus 7, 12, and later if we add 20 plus 30, the result is same. So the second method of doing addition is splitting both the numbers. 25 is split into 20 and 5, and whereas 30 is split into 30 and 7. This is the second method of addition. And the third method of addition is, again we shall take the same example, and here the third method of addition is counting in tens, that is writing the number completely in tens. So this is our third method. Third method of addition is counting in tens. So how do we write this? We write this as, we keep one number same and we write 37 as 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 7. So 30 can be written as 3 tens, yes or no? And 7 can be written as 7 as it is. So this is third method of addition, that is counting in tens, that is breaking the number and writing in tens. Now after 25 plus 10 is 35 plus 10 plus 10 plus 7. 35 plus 10 is 45 and plus 10 and plus 7, and 45 plus 10 is 55 plus 7. So 55 plus 7 is 62 again. So again we got the same answer, that is 62. So this is the third method of doing addition, that is counting by tens, that is the splitting the number into tens. Now let's see the fourth method of addition with the same numbers. The fourth method of additions is nothing but, it is also very much similar like counting by 10. So here the method difference is 25 is again written in tens, by tens we write it 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 7. So here what we have to do is, we have to write a number chart like this. So here we have a number chart like this, and after 25 what is the number we have? 10, 10, 10, 3 times we have 10. So after 25 in a number chart from 20 to 70, for example, write it as from 20 to 70. So what is it? You have to come down. After 25 if we add 10, what do we get? We get 35. So we have to come down in the number chart, that is 25, 35, 45, 55, and after 55 what is there? We have 7 here. This is 25, 35, 45, 55 and 7. So 55 plus 7, that is 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 and 62. This type of addition is okay for doing the additions, simple additions with simple numbers. But when we take large numbers, this using 100 charts numbers may not be possible. It might be a very much time taking method. And moreover, this is very much similar as counting by tens. Here again we get the same result. So what are we doing? We are doing the 10 counting in the number chart. So 25 plus 10, 35 plus 10, plus 10 plus 7 is 45 plus 10 plus 7. Again it comes to 55 plus 7. So it is finally again 62. So what are the 4 methods of doing addition? The first method is breaking one number, that is splitting one number and keeping the second number as it is and doing the addition. The second method is splitting of two numbers into tens and ones and adding, and third method is splitting of both the numbers and adding tens first, 10 digits, that is 2 digits first, tens first and adding ones later. This is called as counting by this is the second method, whereas in the third method counting by tens. How do we do counting by tens? We just split the number into tens. If suppose there is a 47 number here, then how many tens we have to write? We have to write 4 tens there. So one number is completely written in the form of tens, that is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, and later the whatever the ones number is there, we put the ones number in the last. So this is counting by the number. And the next method is counting on hundreds chart. So what is counting on hundreds chart? We write the numbers, complete numbers, number range from 20 to 100, and we mark the numbers. So for example, it is 35 here and we have to count on hundreds chart. So after 35 plus 10, what do we get? We get 45. So we start counting and marking the sequence of the numbers, and one's number we add later. So this is a time taking process when we use for a bigger numbers. Now let us do some exercise problems. Exercise problems are of different types, that is of 4 methods. 4 methods of addition we have learned, and 4 methods of addition exercise problems are given to us. So first method is breaking one of them. Add the following numbers, breaking one of them. What is given here? 24 plus 59. So 24 we write as it is, and 50 we write as 50 plus 9. So 24 plus 50 is 64 plus 9. So it is 73. So 64 plus 9 is 73. So this is the addition by breaking one number. And the next question, there are 5 more examples. Do it as practice sake, as a homework, and breaking both the numbers. 45 plus 19. So how do we break both the numbers? We split both the numbers, that is 40 plus 5 plus 10 plus 9. So 40 plus 10 is 50 and 9 plus 5 is 14 again. So here it is 50 plus 14 is 64. So 64 is the answer. Now third question, add the following by counting in tens, that is third method of addition. Add the numbers by counting in tens. So what are the numbers given here? 45 plus 17. So 45 plus 17, 45 plus 10 plus 7. So 45 plus 10 is 55 and plus 7 is 62 again. So 62 again. This is how we write by counting 10. If we want, we can also write 45 as in counting numbers, that is 17 we keep it as it is, and 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5, that also we can do, but as the number is smaller, I have splitted this. Hope you will be able to do this addition. So fourth question, add the numbers using by hundreds chart. So this is also same like third method. 65 plus 17. 65 plus 17. Add the numbers by using hundreds chart. So we have to write all the numbers on the hundreds chart, that is from 20 to 100. So this is 65 plus 10 plus 7. So after 65 in hundreds chart, if we count on 10, what do we get? We get 75. So 75 plus 7 is 82. So 82 is the answer. Now there are few more additional examples. For your practice sake, I want you to solve each and every addition so that it becomes very easy for you and you will get familiar with the additions of 2 digits. Now there is a number spider. So what is a spider? You know, it's an insect with 8 legs. So what is it representing in our maths class? It is telling us how can we represent a number in different ways. So to tell that concept, here we are given with a spider. So this is a spider. Imagine this is a spider with 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a spider with 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And middle is the number, that is 95. So what are the different ways that we can represent the number 95? How can we represent the number 95? First of all, we can represent it as 0 plus 95. 0 plus 95 is 95 and 90 plus 5. 90 plus 5 is 95 and 80 plus 15. 80 plus 15 is also 95 and 70 plus 25. This is also 95 and here 60 plus 35 and 50 plus 45 and 40 plus 55 and here we can write one more thing. 20 plus 75. Even if you want, you can write 30 plus 65 also. So as there are only 8 legs to spider, we are only writing 8 ways of writing the splitting of the 95 number. So in this manner, we have different spiders given in our textbook for our practice sake. So what are the numbers given? 45. So 45. Split the 45 number in as many ways you can. It is not necessary that this should be in only 50, 40 or 30, 60, not like this. In any way you can split the number. For example, 95. You can also take 92 plus 3, that is also a correct answer, and you can also take 89 plus 6, that is also representing 95. So any of the 8 ways represent the given number has a spider legs. Now let us go for a 3-digit number addition. So what is 3-digit number addition? So the 3-digit number addition is as same as 2 digits. So let's see with an example. So here is an example. 427 plus 249. You all you know very well about regrouping of the numbers. That is, we all know that 10 ones are 1, 10. Okay, 10 tens are 1, 100 and 10 hundreds are 1000. Yes, you all know that 10 ones are 110 and 10 tens are 100 and 10 hundreds are 1000. So, this is how we have learned in our earlier classes how we have to represent on a place value chart and how we can regroup the numbers. So, here let us see the 3-digit number addition. 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9 is 16. So, can we write 16 the whole number here itself? No, we cannot write 16 here itself because we have other digits also to add. So, what we have to do? We have to, as this is only ones place, so 16 is a 2-digit number, that is this is in ones place and this is in tens place. But here 7 plus 9, this is only ones place place value. So, what do? We place 6, that is ones place value here, and we take this 10, that is 1 to the tens place. Where is tens place? This is tens place and this is hundreds place. So, 1 here. Okay, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7. So, 7 we write here and 4 plus 2 is 6. So, the sum of 427 and 249 is 676. So, this is very important. This is called regrouping. So, 16 is nothing but 10 plus 6. 6 is ones value and 10 is units value, that is tens place. So, 6 is written in ones place and 10 is carried to the tens place. So, we did not write 10 here. Why? This is already tens place and 10 ones are equal to 110. So, that is the reason why we carry only 1 to the tens place. Now, we have a word problem here. A stationer had 249 books. He bought 346 more. How many books does he have now? So, while doing word problems, the most important thing is understanding the question and observing the numbers. What is asked in the question? There is a stationery shop. Stationery shop, all of you know, where we buy pencils, books, notebooks, sharpeners, erasers and such thing. That shop is called a stationery shop. So, in that stationery shop, how many books are there? 249 books are there, and to that 249 again 346 books are added. 346 books are again bought and kept in the book stall. So, stationery shop. So, what is the total number of books available? So, what we have to do? We have to do the addition. So, let us do the addition. 249 plus 346. So, always have a habit of putting plus symbol in the addition, and 9 plus 16 is 15. So, what do? We do not write 15 here. We write 5 here and carry 1 to the excuse me, 1 to the tens place. 1 plus 4 is 5 and 5 plus 4 is 9 and 2 plus 3 is 5. So, the total number of books are 595. So, the answer is 595. Now, let us take one more example. So, I have already explained you 10 ones is 110, 10 tens are 100 and 10 hundreds is 1000. This we have already learned in our earlier chapter. Now, let us do one more example. 492 plus 341. So, 2 plus 1 is 3, 9 plus 4 is 13. So, where do we write 13? Do we write 13 here itself? No, this is tens place and this is hundreds place. So, how do we regroup? We regroup this as 10. So, 9 plus 10 9 plus 4 is 13. What does it mean? It means 13 tens are there. How many tens are there? 13 tens are there. Why am I calling it tens? Because the digit is in the tens place. So, how do we denote, how do we calculate the value of the digit that is there in tens place? By multiplying with the 10. So, 13 tens is 130. 130. So, how do we write 130? We write it as 100 plus 30. Yes or no? So, 10 tens are 100. So, 10 tens is 100 here. So, this is 10 tens. So, this is 10 into 10 plus 30. So, how can we write? We can write it as 100. So, that is the reason. So, where is hundreds place? This is the hundreds place. So, that is the reason why we carry 1 to hundreds place and write tens. How many tens are there? 3 tens are there, that is 30. 9 plus 4 is 13. But what is 13? Is it just 13? No, it is in tens place. So, 10 13s value. Again we can divide 10 13s into 10 tens plus 3 tens. Yes or no? So, 10 tens is 100 and 3 tens is 30. So, here we write 3 in tens place and carry 1, that is 10 tens is 100. So, we carry 1 to the hundreds place. This is called as regrouping of the numbers, and 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. So, what is the desired answer? The desired answer is 833. 833 is the sum of two addends, that is 492 and 341. Now, let us see one more example of regrouping tens and ones. So, now here before solving these problems, we have an exercise of adding the numbers, that is very simple calculation, simple addition of 3-digit numbers. I want you to solve those numbers. As I have already explained you two examples of adding numbers, I am not going to solve any of the problem from the exercises. So, next second question is also same thing. Solve the sums in your notebook. So, the boxes, wherever you are given with boxes like this, with pencil you can fill the sum. Wherever you are given these type of questions, it is clearly mentioned that you have to do those problems in your notebook. So, whatever problems are given without boxes, please do it in your notebooks, and wherever we have the boxes, empty boxes given, the slot given to write the answer, just write it with the pencil in the textbook itself. Now, regrouping of tens and ones. This is also same like this. I have already explained you tens and hundreds, why we always carry 1 to the next place is, this is how the value changes when the sum of two numbers is more than 10. So, that is the reason why we carry 1 here. So, let me do an example for regrouping of hundreds here, so that we get the result in thousands. Now, let us take an example of regrouping hundreds. So, what is regrouping of hundreds? 478 plus 645. So, how do we add these numbers? How do we add these numbers? The process is same, but let us see what result we get. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 is 10 plus 3. So, 3 in ones place. So, 10, that is 110 in the tens place. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. That is 12 into 10. That means 120. So, 10 tens plus 2 tens. We can write it as. So 12 tens can be written as 10 tens plus 2 tens. Just now we have seen in the addition method 12 tens can be, when we split the numbers we can split like this, 10 tens and 2 tens. So 2 tens is 20 and 10 tens is 100. So we carry 1 here and we put 2 here. So 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 6 is 11. So again we have 11 here. So what is 11 here? 11 is the sum of the numbers that are present in hundreds place. So 10 hundreds, so this is 11 is hundreds. So 10 hundreds plus 100. So 10 hundreds is nothing but 1000. So 1000 plus 100. 11 hundreds are nothing but 1000 plus 100. So as we don't have any other digit to carry it, so we directly write 11 here. But how do we mark it? We mark it as 1123. So the result is 1123. This is the regrouping of hundreds. Always remember this, 10 ones are 110, 10 tens are 100 and 10 hundreds are 1000. Based on this topic, we have few more examples in our textbook. In the exercise part, I want all of you to solve those problems. As I already told you, for few problems in the textbook itself we have the column, we have the box to write the answer. So perform the addition there itself, and in the next question there are questions without the boxes, without the provision of doing addition. Those questions are asked to do in the notebook. So please kindly do those exercise problems in your notebook. Now adding of bigger numbers. Let us see the topic of adding of bigger numbers. Adding of bigger numbers. Example, 3245 and 2341. So how do we add? We always add from ones place. 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 4 is 8, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 3 plus 2 is 5. So the desired result is 5586. So addition of these two numbers give up a sum of 5586. So based on this example, we also have some exercise problems here. Those exercise problems I wanted you to do in the textbook itself. The provision is provided, and whereas some questions are given which we have to solve in our notebooks. So with this we have completed all the topics of the second chapter, that is addition. But here we are left with a few word problems. I will be explaining. Keep your pencil ready, get ready with your pencil to write the answer, because here we are provided with a answer column provision. So we can directly write the answer there. Now word problems. In a shop 243 kites were sold on Monday and 624 kites were sold on Tuesday. How many kites were sold on both the days? So in a shop, a kite selling shop, one day they have sold 243, and on the second day or the other day they have sold 624 kites. So what is the total number of kites sold in the shop? So 3 plus 4 is 7, 4 plus 2 is 6 and 2 plus 6 is 8. So the total number of kites sold in that shop are 867. Now write the answer in the answer column, 867. A shopkeeper has, the second problem, a shopkeeper has 643 Coca-Cola bottles and 294 Limca bottles in his shop. find the total number of bottles in his shop. So both Coca-Cola bottles and Limca bottles we have to add and write the sum of the bottles present in the shop. So 643 plus 294. I want you to do this here in the textbook itself. Now next problem. For a cricket match, 1243 tickets were sold on Sunday and 2422 tickets were sold on Monday. How many tickets were sold on these 2 days? Oh, this addition is a 4-digit addition. Let me do on the board. 1243 and 2422. So 3 plus 2 is 5 and 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 1 plus 2 is 3. So what are the total number of bottles present in the shop? The total number of bottles present in the shop are 3665. This man is still in Limca and Coca-Cola bottles. Now we have latest cool drinks. I know you know better than me. Now the next question is, a milk van supplied 4350 sachets and 3206 sachets of milk to 2 booths. How many sachets of milk did the van supply? Do not worry about what is given in the word problem, what explanation is given in the word problem. We are not bothered about it. We are only bothered about the digits and the mathematical operation that we have to perform. So what is it he is asking? What are the, how many sachets of milk is totally the van has supplied? So add both the numbers, 4350 plus 3206. There are 825 children in a primary class and 630 children in middle class and 225 children in secondary class. How many children are there in the school? So this is a 3-number addition. Now let me do this. 825 children are there in primary. No, don't worry whether they are in primary, secondary, no. The thing is we have to add the 3 numbers. So 630, 225. So this is how we add when we are given with 3 numbers. So 5 plus 0 is 5 and 5 plus 5 is 10. So 0 here, 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 3 is 6 and 6 plus 2 is 8. So 8 plus 6 is 14 and 14 plus 2 is 16. So the total number of students in the school are 1680 together in all the classes. Now find the sum of the largest 3-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number. Very interesting question. So instead of giving the numbers directly, we are given hints here. What are they? Find the sum of largest 3-digit number. What is the largest 3-digit number? It is 999 is the largest 3-digit number. And smallest 4-digit number. What is the smallest 4-digit number? 1000 is the smallest 4-digit number. Now they are asking us the sum of largest 3-digit number and smallest 4-digit number. 9 plus 0 is 9, 9 plus 0 is 9, 9 plus 0 is 9 and 1 as it is. So the sum of largest 3-digit number and smallest 4-digit number is 1999. So with this problem we have completed our second chapter, addition. Hope you have understood the different methods of doing additions and you have a very good clarity of doing regrouping of the numbers and doing the additions. Do not miss the practice problems, those are exercise problems. Definitely I want you to solve in your notebooks and as well as in the textbooks. And there is also a chapter drill here. The chapter drill is also same as exercise problems. The sum of the following numbers, 3-digit numbers sum they are asking, addition, that is very simple. The second question is also same, addition, and the third question is also same, addition, but you have to do it in the notebook. Other things you can do here, and here find the missing numerals. Find the missing numerals. So how can we find the missing numerals? I will show you by doing an example. So 4, 4 and 4, 3, 4 and a box and a 7. So missing numerals, how we can find, I will explain you. Here there is one box, 4, 6, 0. So this is the box. Definitely the sum of these two numbers is 4 digits, because here we are given only 4 digits. So do not think about the numbers bigger than 4 digits. So if we want to get 0 here, what number should be there here? What makes here 0? If we add 3 to 7, we get the result as 10, and if the result is 10, we can write 0 here and 1 we can carry to the tens place. So the missing letter here is, digit is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10 and 1 is here. The result is already given here, 6, but we already have 4 and 1. So what makes 6 after adding 4 plus 1 is 5. So what is the missing number? The missing number is 1, because 4 plus 1 is 5 and 5 plus 1 is 6. That is the desired result. So this is okay. Now 4 here and 4 here. So we have learned, if 0 is added to any number, its value does not change. So 4 is here and the result is also 4. So what can we do? We can place 0 here. So 4 plus 0 or 0 plus 4 is 4 and 4 plus 3 is 7. So in this manner you have to find out the missing numerals of the other 5 problems. And the fifth question is, what number do you get when you add greatest 3-digit number and smallest 4-digit number? Just now we have seen the number we get is 1999. And the next question is, what is the sum of a number and a 0? Just now we have seen, if 0 is added to any number, the result remains the same as the number. So what is the sum of a number and a 0? The number itself. What is the sum of smallest 4-digit number and smallest 3-digit number? So smallest 4-digit number is 1000 and smallest 3-digit number is 100. So 1000 plus 100 is 1100, or you can also call it as 1100. So this is the last question of our chapter drill. We also have a worksheet here. This is a small game which you can play with your friends or your brothers and sisters. This is nothing but we have to write numbers on the squares and we have to put it in a bowl and pick the numbers and add those numbers. We have to pick the 6 cards and we have to add those 6 cards. Whosoever number is bigger, that person will be winning the game. So this is a game. And maths lab work. Maths lab work is of abacus. So abacus, here it is on the abacus sheet we have to represent the addition. So how do we represent addition on abacus sheet? Very simple. Take 2 abacus strips with 4 spikes, because here we are adding 4-digit number, 4 spikes, and take 4 different colors of beads and take 2 numbers, 2 4-digit numbers, and place the beads accordingly, same color. On the 2 spikes you have to place 1000 number on the same color, and hundreds number same color, tens number same color, and ones number same color. After that, remove the same color beads and count the beads. Whatever the count you get is the sum of the 2 4-digit numbers that you have represented on the abacus. So hope you will try this game and you will also do the abacus exercise. And with a new chapter and with a new mathematical operation, let us meet in our next class. Until then, thank you so much.